Okay, let's look at, today we're going to analyze another building. This is again another on market or was on market dental building. Some people I like medical. There'll be quite a few pages for you to look at. Initially, though, you just want to look at the basic numbers to say, are we going to consider this? And this particular company gives us a nice snapshot right there on one page. We'll go down to maybe one or two more pages. So we're looking at, we know it's a dental building. We don't yet know who MB2 is, so we'll scroll down for that. They're asking just over 2 million. Their gross rents are gross annual rents, gross leases or oh, do they tell us? No, but what we've got here is the net operating income. It might be placed somewhere else. So the net operating income is your gross rents minus your expenses. It's $131,610. If you paid all cash for this building, that's how much you would net per year. So this is before any loans, right? You would subtract the loan payment from the 131,000. So they've done the math, which is fairly easy math. You take the NOI divided by the purchase price. And it's a 6.5 cap going in it, probably with the rent increases, which are right there for us, 2.5% annual. By the end of the lease term, you will have actually increased, your cap rate will have gone up, which is one return metric. 6.5 is not bad. If this is a medical building and you feel that medical is a good type of tenant, then 6.5 is not bad. Well, let's see if there's any information we didn't see on that first page here. So now this says ABQ Orthodontics, perhaps it's the parent company. You wouldn't make decisions off any of the questions I'm asking. Obviously, this is just to give you a basic idea, and then you do a deep dive into it. Or maybe you make an offer and you say during the diligence period, we're going to really investigate who the owners are, what the guarantees are, how strong is this tenant. So, and these are all things that we help you with. So it says they're going to be occupied 100%. So, but it's a one tenant building. So sometimes there's 3 or 4 tenants and you might have a vacancy. So of course it's going to say 100% occupied. There's one tenant. It's healthcare property type. Let's see if there's anything else you might want to look at on your first pass here. Okay, so again, the list price is just over 2 million. Net operating income is 131,600. Cap rate we reviewed already. Lease type. Okay, tenant entity MB2 Dental Solutions. So that might be the corporate name, and then they're called ABQ Orthodontics. Doesn't mean anything to us out here in California, but that might be a very reputable company out there. Certainly during diligence, you'd want to say, well, is this a new company? Are they established? Their original lease term, it looks like they're doing a lease back. They're going to already have the lease in place when you buy the building. And it's going to be a 10-year initial term with rent increases of 2.5% annually. That's really good, actually. You know you're going to get a 10-year income, and every single year you're going to get 2.5% increase. I like that. After that, they've got 2 5-year options, so they can renew for a 5-year period. Same terms, I believe. Again, we'll verify that. And then they can do it again for another 5 years. So if they have a really established base of customers, you know they're going to be there for 20 years. Nothing's guaranteed, of course, right? That's with commercial, it's a little bit different. But if you buy a nice building in a nice area, should that tenant ever leave, and if it's a strong medical area, a strong growing area, Albuquerque, New Mexico, I believe is, then maybe you don't worry about it. Hey, if ABQ Orthodontics leaves, you go lease out to another orthodontic company. Let's see if they talk about. Oh, I wanted to see if there was any other information about. The landlord responsibilities. Okay, this does say roof and structure. Okay, so if you've watched any of these other videos, you'll see that in some cases you will buy a building, you literally will have zero responsibility. Most times, or often, you'll have no responsibilities other than if the structure or roof goes bad. And if you buy with a really good roof and a sound structure, you might never have a problem. But in this case, it does say that as the landlord, so you're not going to be responsible for the typical tenants, toilets and trash, maintenance. Simply, if the roof ever has a problem, you've got to financially take care of that. And the structure, I don't know how often structures have damage, but fire, for example. Okay, I think we'll finish this review right here.